It is the decision that so many people wanted for a man they consider a hero. A Navy SEAL found not guilty of mistreating a terror suspect accused of masterminding one of the worst atrocities of the Iraq War, the murders of 4 American contractors in Fallujah. Well, now Matthew McCabe is speaking out. We'll talk to the man who helped clear his name. Right now, a U.S. Navy SEAL is celebrating a military jury's decision to clear his name. Matthew McCabe found not guilty of abusing a terror suspect who was accused of masterminding the gruesome attacks on 4 American contractors in Iraq in 2004. All 4 of them were murdered. 2 other SEALs accused of trying to cover up the alleged assault were earlier cleared by a military judge, I should say. Today on Fox and Friends, McCabe revealed what his future holds.
I am going to go join my team right now in training, and I'm going to continue with my career and just be very thankful that this all turned out very well and just move on.
Hey, Matt, I just have one exit question. Do the terrorists know about our court system? Do they know how we factor in our own civil rights into their well-being, and are they playing the system against you and others who want to bring them to justice?
Yes, that is definitely a possibility. They are trained to do that.
We want to hear now from the man who helped McCabe clear his name. Neil Puckett was his attorney. Neil, you must be as relieved as he is right now.
Well, my cheeks hurt because I haven't stopped smiling since 6 o'clock last night. And let me just say, John, I had help on this. My law partner, Haitham Faraj, played a large part, as did people who don't get thanked often enough, and that's the 2 Navy Lieutenant JAGs who were assigned to the case, Kristen Anastas and Kevin Shea. They went to Baghdad and deposed this monster, this mass murderer, and that contributed to the win. It only took an hour and 40 minutes for the jury to exonerate your client. Does that suggest to you that there just wasn't a case here? Well, we knew there wasn't a case. We had to go through with it, of course. We had no choice. But we knew from the other 2 trials and our own research that there wasn't a case. But ours was decided most quickly of all. Well, a Navy prosecutor, after the verdict came in, suggested that some of the testimony was not exactly truthful. He said they circled the wagons. They don't want Petty Officer McCabe to be held responsible for this. That SEALs, he suggests, were trying to protect their own. What do you say? Well, that was the best theory they had, but I'll tell you what really happened. What we discovered was even the petty officer who made the allegation, in addition to the detainee, was caught by surprise. I think when he wasn't looking, the fellow bit his lip, created some blood, and he panicked and didn't know what to say because he would be the one who would be held responsible if someone else wasn't. And again, I think out of panic and sheer terror, this petty officer who made the allegation just made a bad decision about whom to accuse, and we believe that the first victim of this terrorist in this system was that petty officer who was forced to testify against other sailors. So what happens now to Matthew McCabe? Does he just go back to his unit and life goes on as normal? Matthew McCabe is joining his unit out in the western states for some desert training on Monday. He goes right back to work as if nothing happened. Wow. And for you and the rest of the team? For us and the rest of the team, we turn to our next case, and we've got some big cases coming down the road, and all of us go back to work. And I'll just tell you, the terrorists now were able to take 3 Navy SEALs off the battlefield for 8 months, and that's what damaged this thing done. But now they're all returned to full duty. They can all go back to defending America, and we're so pleased about this result. Well, and McCabe obviously took a courageous course here. He could have, pled to a lesser charge, but he wanted to clear his name. Good for him. He did. Matthew McCabe and his brothers are American heroes, and I hope everybody remembers that. Neil Puckett, thanks for being with us.